my last video, I showed you how to never break a crossbow ever again. Now today, I'm going to show you every single good build in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey as far as weapons and tools go, and there's a few things that you're going to notice extremely quickly. I'm not showing off any type of amber or emerald tools, and that's just because both of those materials are pretty useless when it comes to weapons and tools. That's because durability comes with your brand new legendary forge, and knockback is extremely useless. You're also going to notice that I'm always using gold bars, and that's because it gives you an extra rune slot, which ultimately is better than getting a little bit of durability or a little bit of speed from using copper or iron bars. Now we're also going to cover the best runes that you could use on both your tools or your weapons, and if you don't have these unlocked, I'll quickly explain how to do it later in the video. I want to cover the mythics first because these are the hardest to get in all of LEGO Fortnite Odyssey. The first one I'm talking about is the Thunderclap Blade, and the way that this works is it has two different attack styles. You have the regular melee style that is normal with a sword, but now you also have this energy booster that you can shoot out towards an enemy, allowing you to do both melee and range attack while using it. Now when you hold in your attack button, it charges it up 3 times, and if you're standing directly on top of an enemy, you can actually double hit them with both the sword during your spin and then also the energy range attack that you use. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys have found and used the Star Wars weapons such as the lightsabers. Now these are another mythic in the game that is one of the best. It has very solid damage for what it is, and the more important thing about it is that it actually has unlimited durability, which brings me to my next point when it comes to the rest of the mythics that we're breaking down, but more importantly the Thunderclap Blade. This does not have unlimited durability. When the lightsaber breaks, it takes 10 minutes to recharge, and it goes right back to being a fully charged lightsaber. When you're using the Thunderclap Blade, it does a very good job of farming materials and using that dual attack with your spinning melee and your actual energy attack. You're able to do a lot of damage, but unfortunately, when this breaks, it is gone, which in my opinion doesn't really make it a great mythic. The Cyclone Pickaxe is awesome, and that really is for 2 different reasons. Number 1, it has the exact same charge attack, and you're going to throw it like Thor's hammer. When you throw it, it'll actually bring whatever it breaks back to you, meaning if you break something at a distance, it'll bring you all of that granite back. The second feature that I absolutely love about this is that you really get to treat it like a boomerang or Thor's hammer and grab it as it's coming back to you to keep that triple charge, which means that as long as you time this correctly, you can continuously throw this at maximum damage to break absolutely everything in your way. The Shatterhorn Crossbow is by far the #1 weapon in this game right now, and that's due to the fact that it gets zapping tier 4. Now with that being said, you're going to need a Shatterhorn fragment in order to unlock that as well, which means that you are going to need to destroy the Storm King multiple times. Now the reason why we really love this crossbow and that zapping tier 4 is because the zapping feature actually kills more than one enemy at the exact same time. The way that that rune works is that when you shoot at an enemy and you kill them, the zapping effect will go towards as many enemies as the tier is. So with it being zapping tier 4, that means that shooting at an enemy can kill up to 4 additional enemies at the same time. So let's talk about the best crossbows. We have the Shatterhorn Crossbow with zapping tier 4, damage tier 3, and Stormbane tier 3. I have that 4th available slot specifically for whatever you guys want. That could be destruction like I have on my Sapphire Crossbow if you guys were trying to fight the Storm King, but it could also be replaced with other things such as Berserk or Undead Bane if you're not using it in order to fight the Storm King. You guys could also use a Ruby Crossbow because it does give slightly better speed, and my recommendation for that is damage, zapping, and destruction for fighting inside of the dungeons. Now the way that I play LEGO Fortnite is actually just by doing the most amount of damage in the fastest way possible without taking any damage, and by using the crossbow, this gives you the best odds because you're fighting from a distance. Having damage and zapping on there also helps because you can kill multiple enemies at the exact same time. My recommendation is the Shatterhorn or the Sapphire Crossbow with the honorable mention of Ruby. Now what weapon is better, the spear or the dagger? Well, that's been a question that's been asked in the LEGO Fortnite community for about a week now, and I kind of want to put the debate to rest despite me being very high on one of these weapons. When it comes to them, the spear offers the fastest attack speed, where the dagger is slightly less but does overall have better durability. Now here's the thing about both of these weapons that's pretty interesting about them. When it comes to using the spear, it's very nice because you could obviously have the Shatterhorn fragment on it just like you can the dagger, and when you're getting kills, kill multiple enemies at the same time. The unfortunate thing about this is that I believe that the speed may be too quick, and because of that you'll actually run into an issue where sometimes you're not attacking because the game bugs out. Right now, when it comes to the dagger, you are going to attack a little bit slower, you are going to do a little bit less damage, but the difference is you don't have that bug or issue. So what that means is, as far as these weapons, the dagger is definitely more consistent, where the spear seems to be bugged right now. So let's talk about our tools. These are very important because I see a lot of people doing this wrong. You have both the sapphire, or you also have the ruby version of these tools. Now there's two sets of different type of runes that we can throw on these. I believe the best one is going to be damage, destruction, luck, and then finally throwing durability on here. If you guys don't have any type of sapphire, then obviously a ruby pickaxe is okay, just don't throw durability on there. It's important to remember that you do have the legendary forge, which means that you have 3 extra layers of durability. When it comes to both of these pickaxes, you're not going to see much of a difference as far as the speed goes or as far as the damage goes. Both do 21 damage, both will have the exact same amount of possibility to actually break these rocks with destruction, but more importantly, you're getting better durability by using sapphire items. Axes work the exact same way. I definitely recommend doing your critical strikes when it comes to your axes and definitely using a sapphire one because again, we're going to get the same amount of luck, the same amount of damage, and this time we have durability on it, which is very important. The ruby axe isn't bad because you can kind of see a little bit of a difference in the attack speed, but it's definitely not enough to waste an entire axe because I didn't want to put durability on it. We've covered a lot of information today, but we still have the illuminator charm, stink jars, and the gem flint knock to cover left. Now, when we talk about the stink jar, the reason why these are important is because they're very cheap to make, but can actually do some pretty solid damage. Now, the reason why I really love these is because it helps you when trying to attack from distance because it gives you a little bit of an attack buff. On top of that, you could actually use these on the final stage of the Storm King fight, which eliminates him just a little bit easier. Now, the reason why I like the gem flint knock is for this exact reason here when I'm getting chased. You could actually jump and shoot this directly at the ground to point and click yourself into gliding in whatever direction you would like. It's a really solid way to get away from enemies that are rushing you, but also could just be used as another way of fast traveling around the map. Since we aren't just able to deploy these jump pads all over the place or use any other type of traveling tricks and glitches, this is by far the best way to move around the map, probably even better than what a grappler is. A lot of people still don't know about the illuminator charm, which is one of the best charms in the entire game. No, it doesn't go into your charm slot, it goes into your equipment slot, which is now the only piece of equipment that you can actually use. And what it does is it puts lights above your head, which means you never really have to carry a torch ever again. When it comes to getting this item, the secret way to doing it is by going into the dry valley and going fishing. Now, while I was having a hard time finding this inside of my codex for whatever reason, you're going to be looking for purple thermal fish. Again, it tells you that these are found in the dry valley water or lava and feeds at night. You're going to need 5 of these with some other materials in order to get yourself the illuminator charm, which as I mentioned is the best charm in the game. Now, I love doing videos like this because you always get a giant mix of opinions down in the comment section, so let me know what you guys think of today's video and give us recommendations as to what you guys are using on LEGO Fortnite, because there's so many different combinations at this point that we're able to use, and and there's really no guaranteed or 100% settled in best way to play the game. These, in my opinion, are the best, but I know that a lot of people are going to disagree, so let's see what you guys think down in the comment section. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace. But YouTube thinks that you're gonna like that video that's up there in the top left, and you may also want to hit that subscribe button in the top right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.